So last time, if I remember correctly, you all basically did. Wait a second, I have a thing that I. That's right. You went to go look for the stench cow. You got a thing saying, "Hey, let's go find Bessie." Or I need help finding Bessie. Not knowing what Bessie was, assuming it was some sort of animal because it came from the request was from the Undercliff, just outside the city in the farmland. You made your way there. After a bit of sleuthing, you eventually um, you didn't really find out where she went, but you did pick up on a trail. You didn't find out what happened to her, but you did pick up on a trail, and eventually found her in a nearby wooded area. Turns out she was a stench cow, very very smelly, hard to stand near. Most of you, especially Sharptooth, managed to uh, ignore the effects, overcome the effects of the stench. Eventually bringing her back safely. You eventually figured out that she wasn't taken by goblins, but was possibly taken by. She was possibly taken by goblins, but something seemed weird about the goblin footprints. You didn't have enough real evidence to figure out if somebody local was part of the problem or why she was stolen or missing or whatnot, so you decided to just let it go. You brought back the cow safe and sound, and warned the people about possible goblins, which will undoubtedly put up. They will put up more defenses or guards or whatnot, and this probably won't happen again, even if it wasn't goblins. There were more people on patrol. Making your way back, you spent the night in your tavern. Waking up early the next day was Mousey going down, hearing a bunch of glasses and glass being shattered in the basement. Going down there, you found that the what apparent Leaf was apparently in a fit of rage, just throwing things around. The safe that had been there when you picked up when you bought the house, purchased the house, or had the house transferred to you, the manor transferred to you, was opened, and the bottles of whiskey that Mousey had noticed were missing. Theorizing that Leaf was the ghost was mad that Leaf the ghost was mad that his prized whiskey has gone missing. Mousey jumped into action and decided to try and find out what's going on. Hearing people upstairs and a door slam, he ran up, saw somebody leaving the house that he had never seen before, and then take off running down the alleyway. This, in turn, woke everybody else up, or got everybody's attention to see what was going on. Mousey, did you turn back into Rat King, or were you still Mousey? I couldn't remember. I can't remember.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. But as Mousey was cowering in fear, the Rat King heroically jumped up on the counter, tried to use one of his utility things on his rope from his utility belt, try to capture the fleeing suspect, but the reach wasn't quite long enough, and he's getting away.
He is getting away. He ran out the front door and took off south into the alley. Just fix one thing, and then we can continue. You guys can talk amongst yourselves in the meantime.
Well, did everyone wake up and head downstairs? Are we outside?
Pretty much everybody was just going to see what the commotion was. There we go. So it should be all set. So Brutrik came to the... Simon went to the window. Sharptooth was in the shouting tower. And Brutrik came to the balcony. And they all saw somebody just run off.
Did we see Rat King?
No.
Rat King has not exited the building yet.
Well, I am. I'm going to pursue him.
Okay, so you see Rat King exit the building. Everybody can see this.
Yeah.
Brutrik would like to do an awesome flip off the balcony. Try to run with Rat King.
Okay, give me a dexterity check or acrobatics check, excuse me. Eats. You sort of trip a little bit on the railing as you try to go over it. Luckily, catching yourself before you fall, but you don't come down gracefully. Your arm is long enough that you can kind of lower yourself long enough to just jump back the way down. You kind of land and you're like, I meant to do that. Simon, you see this? You see this out the window. What do you do?
I've noticed something's going on. I'm not sure what. So I'm going to start heading downstairs to catch up with them.
Yeah, you eventually make your way probably downstairs out of the room, and then Sharptooth, you see all this going on from your shouting tower.
Yeah! Go get him, big guy! Oh, shoot, he fell. At least Rat King will get him.
Oh, he's still tumbling. Oh, there he goes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And then at that point, I think Sharptooth will like kind of mosey downstairs because it's not looking great.
Yeah. I say to Brutrik, saying, that fleeing figure, I found him inside the tavern. We must pursue him.
All right. I'm right here with you, Rat King.
I want to see if I see evidence if he was here. I want to try to follow him.
So when you get out, you actually Simon and Sharptooth are probably emerging from up here and rounding the corner. You see the culprit actually down here to the south, kind of like looking left, right, facing away from you.
Morning right now.
Yes, this was early in the morning. Let me turn on some more exciting music.
Oh my gosh, we haven't even slept yet.
Okay.
I call out, "Halt, evildoer!"
They
Nice
kind of they kind of turn back to you north, and they head east towards the bent nail.
I'm not sure how you want us to.
This way.
I'm not sure how you want us to do this.
We're not initiative or grid or anything like, so just tell me what you're doing. I'm just using the map to tell you where everybody's going. So Simon and Sharptooth around the corner and kind of just see the end of that little exchange.
I'm gonna dash as fast as I can towards him.
Okay, let me put something on the thing to just say who they are. That they're someone. We'll use. Do I have anything? Just. Oh, that didn't work. We'll just take this map marker. Because you're not getting a good look at them. So they were there and they are running this way. The Rat King takes off. Brutrik,
the giant map marker went that way.
Simon and Sharptooth, do you follow as well?
Confusedly, yes.
Confusedly.
I think.
Simon, what's going on?
I think Sharptooth's actually gonna go this way.
Head him off at the pass.
Yeah. He knows how to fight there.
Okay, so just a little gameplay reminder. My favorite terrain is urban.
Okay.
So however you want to do that with me chasing him.
Okay, so you're not gonna. This isn't chasing very far. They just have a really good head start on you. Going around, however, Sharptooth. Oh, go ahead, Rat King.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my halfling legs only 25 speed, not 30.
Yes.
But I'm running as fast as I can towards him.
Sharptooth, you see someone around the corner as you come the corner, and they stop in their tracks and turn around and go around the corner.
Hey, get back here, you lousy bum!
You make your way up. You meet up, and there's nobody here.
Do I notice Do I notice the sewer grate?
Sewer grate is there, and whoa, what's that? It looks like it's slightly ajar.
Yeah, okay, people, this may get stinky. You know, open up the sewer grate and jump in.
Okay. Rat King jumps in. Who follows?
Brutrik's gonna go to the sewer grate, but like look around first just to make sure that they're not still up there, and then if it's clear, he'll jump in.
Okay, give me...
Jump in.
Okay, so Sharptooth Brexit, Brutrik, give me a perception check. That was 10. You don't see him around, and it looks like the bent nail is closed, so they could have gone in there.
Right, I'm gonna trust the Rat King and follow behind.
Simon?
Not again. What's even going on? But everybody seems to be going down the grate, and it follows along. Just something important seems to be going on.
All right, so you follow. Everybody ends up in here.
Oh, good. It was the right solution.
I mean, it could be. Maybe I had two solutions and rolled to see which way they went, but I had both maps made.
Oh.
Anyway, you make your way down to local sewer system. This looks to be a... So going on down, it is quite wet, and there's no real way to, like, pathway to stand on, little sidewalk type thing, like the last time you guys were in the sewers, like a week ago.
Yep.
Now, it is dark down here, so who has dark vision?
Sharptooth.
Brutrik.
Sharptooth, Simon, Rat King. Did we get you goggles tonight?
They're expensive, dude.
Okay, so
No.
It's extremely dark down here.
How much were they? I mean, regardless, I don't think we had time to.
Right. I mean, if you didn't get them, they're I think an uncommon magic item, so they're probably like around 500 or something like that.
All the gold we have. So nope,
So,
I don't have it.
Nope. Looks like you'll need a torch.
In the sewer, it's gonna explode.
Oh, the poop is gonna blow up.
Oh yeah.
Sure, we'll light a torch.
Okay. So, would you like to be holding the torch, Rat King?
I ask.
I'll carry it.
Use a hand crossbow.
I'll carry it for him.
Unless somebody has light or dancing lights or something like that.
If a weapon was
Okay.
two-handed, it would say two-handed, right?
Correct.
So hand crossbow is this one hand?
A hand crossbow is one-handed, and it's a light weapon.
Okay.
Might be a little difficult to rearm it though.
Yes, you can only it's a
technically,
loading
yeah.
thing. So unless you have crossbow expert, you can only fire one piece of ammunition per round.
Now, tell you what, I'll carry it using Mage Hand.
Okay, Mage Hand is currently active. With that, I'll give you a little bit of. So let me set this. So this is a sewer system of some sort. It is very rank down here, more so than the last one you are. It looks like not only is this either fresh, it's also some recent. The water is maybe a foot deep. Maybe not a foot deep, maybe like 6 inches to a foot deep, deeper in the center. It's getting your entire feet wet. So you're gonna have to stand in it.
Up to my waist as
Not up to your waist, up to your ankle.
No, okay. As a goblin?
Yeah, even as a goblin. Yeah, it's not a foot. Like in some deeper areas, it might be a foot, but it's enough. It's uncomfortable, but not impeding.
Yeah, it's not a foot; it's an ankle.
But I'm bump.
Oh man.
I would like to go into. I'm the predator mode. You're the prey. And start looking behind corners and around corners and stuff.
Okay, so the first thing you come up to is a intersection.
Is there any footprints in the water?
Make a survival check with disadvantage.
18.
Looking around, obviously nothing in 18. Really good. Looking around, nothing in the water, obviously, but you do see some splash marks higher up than normal, heading east.
I think my
Splash marks on the wall, I should say.
favorite terrain would negate that disadvantage. But
Because you're right, this is urban. It's not quite underdark, so we will. It'd still be the 18 because that's the first one you rolled. But I'll keep that I'll keep that in mind for the future.
all right. So the
Yeah, it looks
east.
East.
I make the hand motions. I point to the east.
What do you suppose that meant?
Well, heck if I know.
Brutrik,
I just go. Oh, okay. He went east. And I'm like listening, and I'm like listening for splashes, stuff.
Make a perception check.
Brutrik's gonna see that Rat King's listening, and so is also going to try and listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Like the hand by the ear. Like,
Yeah, just completely mimicking him.
It does.
Like-
It does sound in the distance. You can't tell which way, possibly south. There is running water. It sounds like.
But ironically, my mask cuts off my hearing, and those mouse ears on top are actually not real. So I can't tell which way he went.
Now you can't see anything.
I assume Simon's behind me.
Yeah. I guess I better get going.
I will say, as you all head into the main area, you do get a good look at the other two ways. It looks like the way to the west is barred off, and there is another ladder to the south. Looking around, heading to the north, it looks like it goes around a bend to the right, and south looks like it continues a little further.
You said I heard running water to the south.
Yes, not necessarily like footsteps water, but something more akin to rapids, rivers, waterfalls, that kind of thing.
I was gonna roll a d20.
Rat King, do you think we should split up?
I go. That sounds either like a brilliant idea or a horrible idea. But my instincts are telling me to go north.
I don't have those instincts, so I'm gonna have to trust you.
I got plenty of stinks.
Take it.
I love how Bun is the one who does all the puns, and then Simon is the only one without puns in the game.
Yeah.
Playing against type.
I've been friends with Steph and Sam for a long time. We have had our pun-filled conversations.
Yes.
I've beaten you with ones to do with bees. It's the only one
I remember that. Yeah.
Heading on east, it looks like there is a gate down a ways.
It's closed.
Appears to be closed, yes. You are, however, 30, 40 feet away, and it is dark, so...
I kind of sigh. It says there's a gate, but it's possible he may have opened it. I need to check it out.
All right, I'll come with you in case you need me to break it.
That guy's so good at breaking stuff.
I say,
Want to.
Brutrik, can you check with your night vision? I'm gonna stay near Simon and kind of look over this to the south a little bit.
And Brutrik peers at it, well, slowly walks towards it. Does anything look amiss?
Roll an investigation check. Or perception, because you're doing it at the distance here. So, if you have a higher perception modifier, you can use that. With a 12, nothing looks amiss at this distance.
What about a mister?
You didn't roll high enough to tell that.
Brutrik continues to walk towards it, ready in case a trap springs.
Okay.
Yeah, things happen.
Getting up to the gate, it is closed. Yeah.
I would like to Jimmy gently shake the gate to see if it is ajar or if
It does appear to be locked. You don't see a mechanism to unlock it on this side.
Brutrik is going to run back to the Rat King to let him know that it's locked.
Checking out this.
Sorry, I'm just going to step over you. 1 second.
I saw some things up there.
Oh, hi, Simon. Check over your back. Rat King, hey, the gate over there was locked. So he probably didn't go through there.
I nod and go, you're making an excellent sidekick. Have you ever considered a life of vigilantism?
I guess I do always want to help, but I'm not so sure because is vigilantism against the law or for the law?
Depends where you are.
It's a gray area.
Oh, that'd be fun. Brutrik, the sidekick.
Now I'm
So-
completely in the
New
dark.
name if you're gonna do it, so that we know knows you.
Simon is heading back to check the entrance to the south. So, two things as you're heading back. The way to the west is not a gate. It is it is sort of like a vent sort of thing. To the south, you see another ladder going up to what appears to be a covered manhole. The manhole with the cover still on it.
Okay, but it's still sealed.
As far as you can tell.
Well, I mean, sunlight would be coming out of it. I'd assume.
It's not open, but then again, this doesn't look like this isn't a sewer grate like yours, which just pops open. This one looks to be a sort of a more of a manhole cover.
I'll just assume that means it's closed and all good then.
It's closed, yes, but
Okay.
okay. You head on back. I assume you let the light out so Rat King can see a little bit. You come to a bend to the right. It looks like it turns south to the west. It looks like it continues on.
There's another fork road in the pursuit of justice.
What actually happened, by the way?
Oh yeah. I just got caught up in everything.
I just saw someone running. That usually means bad things.
Saying the spirit in the basement seemed upset and went to check on it. Wait, no. Wait,
You know about our basement spirit? Wow, Mousey tells you everything.
I hang out there sometimes. And I came back up, and there was someone in the thing, and they ran away, and I'm going this way.
Good idea. I'll go the other way. That way we can travel twice as fast.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
I'll go with Rat King, so because I'm his form of light.
I'll go with Brutrik just because I'm like, well, let's me keep it even.
That was a legit flub on my part.
Good recovery, though. Great.
And completely failed to explain why or why he was running, but oh well.
I hope we
So say
run
to Simon. So yeah, say to Simon. Yeah, it's the truth. I was hanging out in your basement. Mousey lets me stay there.
I have no place to live.
Okay. Why not?
So we'll do a split up right now, and you guys got a little bit of a longer thing. But let me go. So Rhett, can you go back to where you were standing, and I'll just describe each thing separately and tell you guys who's up. So we will describe what Sharptooth and Brutrik see. So heading turns to south through a little bit wider chamber. It looks like in the center of this not chamber but hallway. In the center of this hallway, the ground has given way. Maybe a sinkhole, maybe some damage and things like that. The ground is it looks like it deepens for about 10 feet, going down maybe a full 5 feet, maybe deeper in the little middle part of this sewer area. Going back to Rat King and Simon, you guys see going straight ahead. There is a closed sort of vent, and that sort of leads into a smaller vent that drains down a little bit. It's a little drier there, so it looks like it's the water's not quite making it over this little hump to get into the more drainage hole to go to a lower thing. You also see a larger sort of hallway to the south.
Say to Simon, I don't like being split up like this.
Agreed. Especially after our last outing down here.
Yeah, do we have? We don't have sending stones. Okay, never mind.
We just,
No, we do.
yeah, we have that special.
Yeah,
one.
oh yeah, yeah. Peek behind around this corner.
Around the corner, you do see what appears to be a dead end coming to an end of an alcove. It sort of dries up a little bit as the water is sort of pooling here, not quite able to get into the next drainage area based on the current level of the water. You do see a mushroom growing out of some of the fungus that's down here.
Give it a quick inspection.
Give me a nature check.
Sharptooth would put that in his mouth right away. I haven't had breakfast yet.
You rolled a 14. It's definitely a mushroom. Probably you're not quite sure what thing it is, but it's you do know that growing down in the sewer, it's probably not necessarily the safest thing to eat. Simon, you would definitely recognize this as some sort of poisonous mushroom.
Don't eat that. Or touch it.
I say, who do you think I am? Sharptooth? I get it.
Suddenly, you hear some chittering of teeth coming from behind the mushroom. Two very large rats sort of emerge out of the shadows.
That was a big mushroom.
They were a little hidden, but I gotta put them in the thing. In any case, I need initiatives. We'll do everybody. Please, that is not the initiative thing. That is the initiative thing.
You could maybe Sharptooth keep it hear them potentially screaming. I'm pretty sure Simon would probably scream at surprise rats.
They haven't done that yet, but you would be able to hear them if they do say something on their turn. So go ahead and enter initiative as well, and if nothing happens until, if your turn comes up first, you won't do anything to run back because you don't know about it.
I can tell you in advance that when it comes to Simon's turn, you've heard something.
And we're going to, very appropriately, rat battle.
Epic
We're level 9 in our level 9 in our other games. I still use Rat Battle.
Rat Battle's great. In this case, let me sort the... Sharptooth, you're up first. Nothing is really going on, but you have 6 seconds to say something to Brutrik if you want.
Hey, can you, like, hoist me over that big hole in the floor? I think I will completely sink if I go in there.
You have to toss me.
Yeah.
With
Like,
that,
can we get further away from the battle? That's fine.
On your arms, you put them up, and I sit on those, and then we get over, and I can jump back down.
I don't know.
and with that question, your turn is over.
Yep.
That one of the giant rats is up first, heading up to the Rat King. Comes up and try to open the monster thing. Boop-a-doop. It comes up. You are in your rat thing, so I'm going to give it disadvantage because you're kind of like a rat whisperer, but it is going to try and bite you at disadvantage. Does a 6 hit?
Not. I hope not.
Nope. And it will just it sort of just is hissing at you as it tries to. It does. It's kind of got like you seem friendly, but get away from my mushroom kind of feeling to it. With that, Simon, you are now up.
Ah!
That echoes through that Brutrik and Sharptooth does hear Simon yelling like a little boy.
Tosses magic missile at them.
No.
How would you like to split them up?
It's 3 for first level, so 2 for the one on the right and the last one for the left.
Okay.
You'll not take mushroom.
So 7 to hit the first one, and that giant rat dies after it goes around and then just falls
And
back. We'll move out of the way of the mushroom.
4 for
The
the
other
other
one takes 4 damage, and the other one hurts it because it's merely a rat. Very large rat, but a rat nonetheless.
I look at
And
Simon.
now looks mad.
And I look at Simon and go, "Dude."
This is like whenever like a bunny is killed in any other game with Bun.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Were they your family? Simon, do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Steps back.
Okay. So, Rat King, you were up.
You go, not anymore.
What?
I take out my crossbow.
Okay.
5 damage.
A 19 does hit, and 5 damage will kill the giant rat. And we are out of initiative.
Oh, that was a long fight.
That's a bad idea that we separated.
Brutrik, you heard a scream.
I said, if they're eating poison mushrooms, they probably weren't the friendliest of rats.
No, rats could digest it. Humans can't.
So Brutrik was probably picking up Sharptooth as he heard the scream. So while holding Sharptooth in his hands, he just immediately stops doing something and just runs towards the scream, worried about his other friends. So I will be carrying Sharptooth while running.
As you do that, you dash. It takes you 2 turns takes you 2 turns to get over there as you run, but you do eventually make it there. As Simon and Rat King are just kind of like, well, there were rats.
What the DM said.
Oh,
You said this was like a event or a grate leading downwards.
There's a grate, and it looks like there's a drain kind of leading to a lower sort of area. Think of it like one of those mini golf holes that has the kind of like a golf ball goes into the first hole and it leads through a pipe to the lower area. kind of like that, but you don't know where it goes out to, and the water level is a little lower than where the getting to the drain is. So it's not covered by water right in there.
I want to see if there's any evidence that it can open or has been opened.
Okay, roll me a investigation check, and Brutrik and Sharptooth, you can say what you're gonna say.
So what happened?
Oh, we just some startled by some large rats. Nothing to worry about.
Oh boy, rats in a sewer. Surprise, surprise.
Joey, roll me a D100 and a D10. Or a D6, a D8, I'm sorry. A D8 and a D100.
D4,
Seven.
no, a 12. 36.
It's going to count that as one roll.
Okay, so the D100 was a 61 and the D8 was a 1. Okie doke. Looking through, it doesn't look like this is sort of openable without unscrewing something. It looks like it's sort of attached into the wall and hasn't been opened at all. You do look around and you do find just beyond the grate. You do find what appears to be a I've got to look up a word real quick. A small jewelry cameo carved in the likeness of a hideous person.
Is it Sharptooth?
Hey,
I didn't say that. I like it.
It is not.
To recognize
It's
who it
it's
is.
lying just beyond. You don't recognize the person at all, even if it's supposed to be somebody in particular. It just looks like a little piece of a weird piece of jewelry.
So see it, or I can grab it.
You can grab it. It's not that far beyond the grate.
I pick it up out of curiosity.
You do.
Check it out. I'll
So you can
check
add
it out
it.
later.
Yep. So you can add this to it. It is a trinket. I will just let you know that right now.
I say this place is a dead end. Let's continue off to the west.
Just a quick heads up, there seems to be a deep sinkhole. Be careful.
How deep?
I don't know.
We didn't figure it out yet, so we're gonna go figure it out now.
So you head there. You do see that this is. It's easy enough to tell that this is 10 feet by 10 feet of a sinkhole. It goes down 10 to 5 feet. You're not quite. It's murky water. It's hard to tell how far it goes down if you don't have like a pole or an extending rod or something like that.
Or a spear.
Or a spear might do it if you want to put your spear in there.
I would like to poke it with my spear.
Does go down about maybe 5 feet, maybe 6 feet in some areas, but nothing that you couldn't wade through if you wished.
Alright.
You know, I don't think me and Sharptooth. Well, we can just swim in it, right? Can't we?
Can?
I don't care. I'm jumping in.
Okay.
It's either that or Brutrik carries.
Brutrik, hoist me up.
I'll try out. Rat King, would you like me to carry you across?
But then I go, yeah, I'll probably save on the dry cleaning. How about you, Simon?
I'd
Brutrik will
rather
probably
not.
have to. Yeah, Brutrik will probably have to come back for a second trip for Simon. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Bun?
No, it's just he'd rather not get wet at all with this.
Well, I imagine the bottom of your robes are quite quite soaked.
Luckily, he knows spells to clean them off. But that doesn't fix the now.
So my
Brutrik, I would like you to roll, if you're going to carry both of these across, I would like you to roll an acrobatics check or an athletics check. As you are carrying them, you're either just going to hold them each arm in a certain way, or going to be strong enough just to hold them on top of you. It's not going to be a very hard check.
Oh, you
are
say
clumsy, so yeah. Well, you are clumsy, so we might as well check. You are able to easily hold them if you wish to wade across. So you do. You jump on it. It is only about 5 feet, so you get your, it comes up to maybe your waist or so, or a little higher than your waist because you're probably like 7 to 8 feet tall or something like that.
Yeah.
You manage to put them across quite easily, and you head on back as Simon's coming over. And you're just gonna like pick Simon up and bring him across easily enough, and you can do that as well. Do that, Brutrik. I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw. 12. Where's my notes? This is kind of some dank, disgusting sewage that you're stepping in, but you kind of get out, and then you kind of like shake it off. Seems to have unaffected you. Have been unaffected, has not affected you in any sort of negative way.
Ooh, disease charts. It wasn't it?
Possibly.
Because he was.
I should say it's a mild thing. It's not actually a disease in this case, just because it's,
I know.
forcing you to go here. But yes, something similar. Heading on down, this looks to be a very long passageway. Goes off farther than any of you can see. What you do notice is that rushing water is getting louder in the distance.
You turned the volume up.
Mm-hmm.
I did that in Lost Mines in the Wave Echo Cave. I had some wave sound effects, and when they got closer to the waves, I put it up really loud and stuff.
That's right, because it says in the module. I remember that as you get further and closer to the ocean part, it gets louder and louder booming. So,
yeah, I don't think anyone noticed, but I did it. I go. I make the complex hand signals of moving ahead.
Everybody, please make an intelligence check other than Rat King.
Yeah.
I go this way.
Yeah, basically nobody. Sharptooth definitely doesn't get it. Simon doesn't get it. Brutrik probably is just like mimicking Rat King. Goes on further.
It's just somewhere to say hello.
It's like I'm learning so much in this adventure.
Eventually come to another intersection.
Brutrik
I don't see any more evidence of.
Make a survival
anything.
check. Flat roll.
Brutrik's gonna stay behind, so he'll take up the rear in case anything sneaks up on him.
Mm-hmm. You cannot tell any sort of like additional little splashes or anything like that.
No footprints.
To indicate which way somebody went. So
no footprints in the water.
not this time. Unfortunately, not an ice elemental that you're trying to follow.
Well, at least that means it's not the couple.
Yeah.
The rushing water appears to be coming from the east.
My instincts tell me to follow the water.
Okay.
My rat stinks.
Head on down. Your rat stinks. And down you come to what appears to be a very a sudden dip, a sudden obvious dip in the water in the sewer that the drainage that the water is draining into like a basin. It seems to go down at least 10 feet to 5 to 10 feet down, and you don't know how deep the water itself is from where you are. There is a path. It looks like it's also draining across the way to a northeastern part of the chamber.
If we go down there, I have no way how to get back out.
Yeah.
I
So
would.
one of our night vision fellows take a quick look down there to see if there's anything of interest.
If anybody wishes to do that, in perception check, please.
Well, we're going to make Simon do it just because of the possibility of what may happen.
Oh no!
With a 4, you don't see anything.
Nothing down there that I see.
Rat King is in the way, so you have trouble seeing things. So, but you're pretty
Is
sure
there,
there's
like-
nothing down there.
I
Is
think
this draining in there? Is this pouring in there? There's no like grate or vent or anything?
You can assume that it's draining somewhere, but you're not sure where the drain is. You don't see it on the walls or anything like that. It's not making like an obvious swirling motion like in a bathtub.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. It's not filling up.
So I say, Simon, do you see anything down? Simon, do you see anything down there?
Nothing I wish to see.
Yeah, that seems like to be where it all collects.
Please don't mention it like that.
Because how Rat King worded that, Sharptooth's gonna be like, "What treasure?" and
No.
I'm just gonna take a quick look. Maybe your glasses made the steam fogging. I'm just gonna double check. Maybe it's full of coppers.
You do see. You're able to see a little bit more clearly as you are very used to wading through gunk. That you just have sort of gunk vision.
Yeah.
You do see at the bottom of this there appears to be a grate. That's a small grate that the water is probably flowing into.
It's just a grate. Nothing that great down there. Yeah.
I can guarantee you though, you probably do see stuff that is golden, but probably not a resale value.
Yeah.
You know what? Just because now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably have done something. You do see a couple of coins that have collected down there, shiny objects, probably coins with your 22, maybe two or three coins of various denominations.
Anyone got a rope?
No.
I go. Yeah, it's like now's not the time to be dumpster diving.
Right, we're chasing that guy. Oh, jeez.
But still, though, anyone got a rope?
Okay, I'll remember this for the way back.
Brutrik is gonna want to look around that going north that we passed to see if
Okay.
anything else.
Yeah. I'll like ponder it a moment and I go, I don't think he made an exit through that way. Thank God, too. That would have been disgusting.
One sec, just typing something. Okay, back to normal. Oh, gotta. Sometimes opening up some things slows down the JavaScript. Okay, so looking north. It does appear that it goes up a ways and then it starts these wooden steps at the very end of where you can see start coming out of the water and raising up maybe about 5 feet.
Well, this looks like a getaway plan if I've ever seen one. I've seen plenty.
You do notice, and I forgot to put something. I meant to put something in specifically, but you do notice about right here, laying on against the wall, is a torch.
Is it lit?
It is unlit. You definitely would have seen it if it were lit. Oh wait, now it looks like poop.
Yeah.
Do that.
Technically, still looks like poop. I see the torch and I go, you might have been using this to navigate the sewers. I think we're on the right track. I take out my crossbow.
That's good.
I step
Right.
around it very carefully as I head north.
Okay. The torch is not a mimic.
Oh, no, it might be a poop torch.
Does seem to raise into a larger chamber. We'll go ahead and do the entire chamber.
Is it lit?
The chamber is not lit. However, Simon right behind you is giving you enough things. So once he throws,
I'm just wondering if he discarded his torch then.
Nope, I've still got it. It's basically just floating by a magic hand.
No, I mean if
Oh, here.
this is
right.
this guy's torch, then like maybe because it was light. Guess not though.
So looking into this
Sort of
large chamber, you notice a couple things. It's sort of a catwalk that is, you've gone up about 5 feet, and you are 5 feet above the surface of the water, and this is a large pool in here for whatever reason. The water looks a little cleaner than everything around it. It's still sort of stagnant water. Maybe this is collecting from a rain, drainage pipe or something like that. The catwalk is very is damaged and has collapsed on the right, the bottom right corner, so the southeastern end. There is a doorway or a passageway on the east.
Take a quick glance into the water, see if I notice anything.
Make an investigation or perception check, I should say. Anybody looking into the water, make a perception check.
Who's also
More coins. Is this a wishing well?
You don't see coins, but the first thing you do, you head over to the corner that is collapsed. You see a lot of like wood that is collapsed. It still seems very sturdy. You're not quite sure what collapsed this. Maybe just it was a weaker sort of area. But you do see in the bottom corner something in the at the bottom of the little pool.
Hey, did any of you see that?
probably not.
Shark definitely sees it. Simon probably sees it if he's looking there.
I see something, a shape anyway.
Yeah, once he points it out, I look there. I'm guessing I see a skeleton.
You do see a skeleton.
Is he like under any debris or anything? Like where the bridge collapsed?
He is surrounded by the debris, but he's not like under it or anything like that. It looks to be mostly on top, or it
So it
really,
wasn't,
because
like,
it is skeletal. It's not sort of like not like a fresh corpse or anything like that.
Whoa, poor bugger.
Did die from the collapse, but he's been down here long enough where his flesh is decayed,
Still wearing clothes.
or it filled up with water afterwards.
Well, at least he doesn't still have his flesh on him, or else that would it's a lot. You've seen it once, don't need to see it again. What do you bet about how much he's got in his pocket?
Now's not the time.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah.
We should probably tell someone at one point.
Indeed. Do you think that this platform is would handle our weight?
Brutrik takes a step back.
Anybody who wants to sort of inspect what they can see of the the structure. Go ahead and make a intelligence check, or an intelligence check.
Yes. Oh, what?
Looking around, everything else seems pretty sturdy. Nothing's really rotten. Nothing looks to be loose. And what you're stepping on seems to be really sturdy. Why this other part collapsed, you have no idea. Could have been structural weakness in that particular area, but everything else seems okay from what you can tell.
How tall is the ceiling?
Ceiling in here is probably, we'll say 10 feet up. 10 feet from above where you are right now.
Could I perhaps attach something from something on the ceiling?
Nothing juts out, so you wouldn't be able to do like a grappling hook type situation. It is a stony sort of flagstony sort of thing, so you could potentially climb on the ceiling or on the walls.
Will you let me use my thorn whip to Indiana Jones across here?
I don't think there's anything that you would be able to sort of, like I said, no, you can't really grappling hook anything to do it.
Could Brutrik...
You might be able to make a tightrope out of it if you want to try and attach to some of the debris, the very end of the debris on the other side. You can give that a shot.
Please say you have spider climb, Simon. That would be cool.
No.
Do you think Brutrik could throw like a goblin over that?
You could. So the running rules for jumping, you would be able to probably you can jump your, if you get a running start, you can jump your half your strength. No, you can jump your strength score or something like that. Throwing, I don't know if you can throw Sharptooth. You might be able to throw Rat King. He's a little lighter. I imagine Sharptooth is just weighed down by, I don't know, ego and whatever he has in his pockets.
Hubris.
I imagine goblins are a little hard, less aerodynamic, I would say.
I'm just gonna. Sharptooth is just gonna start walking around.
Okay.
Duh. This is a thing over there. Yeah, we start walking around.
Sharptooth, please stop.
See, I knew that would happen.
So Sharptooth, you can be probably right about here.
Okay.
All of a sudden, coming out of the water,
Of course.
some sort of
Water
horrible
weird,
monstrosity.
water weird.
Oh god, I should have put a water weird in here. Why didn't I think of that? I was probably looking at like Underdark or sewer based monsters.
Oh, look, a Merid.
Not quite. Some sort of horrible creature comes out and is just basically takes a swipe at you. Make a perception check to see if it's going to be if you see it coming. I'm gonna roll its stealth. Yeah, it's going to get advantage on its attack against you.
Oh dang.
It's a 19 hit.
Yep.
You take 7 slashing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And you are good. As this thing comes out, you're just kind of like you feel like a pulsing pain at where it slashed you in your abdomen, and you just kind of like shake it off. It's like, gross, or something. And then I need everybody to roll initiative again. So you know what? We're gonna do combat 2 for this one. $12, 18, 13, and 21.18. Simon was 18. Brutrik was the 12. Okay. we go. And Sharptooth, what is your initiative or your dexterity modifier?
Initiative is +4.
+4. All right, you will be going first, as this thing had tied you. Rat King, you are up first, and you see this. Let me check something real quick.
What do I see?
You see a horrible. I will read this out. Some sort of horrible sort of. This thing looks like a cross between like a bug and a crab. Swinging around. Looks very terrible. Can show you. I can probably show you a picture if I can grab that. Let me throw that into general.
Regardless of what it is, I'm gonna take my
Well,
crossbow.
you're actually gonna do something first. Your turn. Send. There we go.
Oh,
You see
am I?
that? Yes. We'll see. You're going to please make a. As you look at this horrible, weird, horrible like monstrosity of a thing. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. This thing is horrible. You've never seen anything like it before, but you've got steel resolve for being in the Rat King costume. Doesn't know who you are, you can't be afraid of it. You may continue.
I think halflings get a thing about advantage about being scared or something like that.
I know they have halfling luck. I don't know about being frightened, but in either case, the 18 is big enough to.
Just so you know, you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened.
Okay.
Right. I go, what the heck is that? And I crossbow it.
Get your hand crossbow. 21 will hit.
6.
Take 6 damage. Oh, I moved it. Yep. It takes as it enters into this enters into its body, kind of gives off a and
It like
turns
sucks
towards
the arrow
you.
in.
Doesn't suck the arrow, it's still sticking out, but it just kind of gives a horrible like hiss towards you. I don't know if all my hissing gets picked up on the microphone, so if it doesn't, I apologize. So if I go, it sounds like, and there's that long silence, it's because it's not being picked up on the microphone.
That's the audience putting in what they think is scary.
Yes. It goes, moo! Bessie!
God.
Anything else, Rat King?
Am I in range of it? It's kind of in the middle of squares.
I'm going to say to put it into an actual square. It's like right there. It's climbing on the edge right now. It's right next to Sharptooth.
I'm going to get far away from it.
Okay. Does it have a 15-foot reach? 10-foot reach? Nope, you're good. Simon, you are now up.
I am going to. As scary as it is, I am actually going to move one step forward.
Okay.
And I am going to cast. You're going to be very. You may be confused and annoyed by me for this one, but I am going to cast Frost Fingers.
Ooh,
Basically, Flaming Hand, but with ice.
Is this from like Adventures Incorporated or Acquisitions Incorporated?
No, it is from Icewind Dale.
Oh, that's interesting.
Freezing cold blast from your fingertips in a 15-foot cone. Each creature that in the area must make a Constitution saving throw, or take I had 2d8 cold damage on a failed save, half if successful. The cold freezes non-magical liquids in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Oh, interesting. So I'm assuming you kind of face downward a little bit. You're not going to hit Sharptooth, so you need to aim away from that. But it's going to make a con check.
Yep, DC 13.
And it rolls a 12.
It's 13 damage of or cold damage. And
13.
I let you decide what happens to the
I will
one
say that
you
it's
in.
partially frozen. You're not going to freeze the entire sort of
No.
like block that it's in, but it is enough to kind of cover the surface. So at the very least, until he breaks out of it, it will be in like difficult terrain. And I'll just put that around. We'll say that goes.
Ha! Take that, fiend monster, and promptly runs away.
Boo. And he will run away. Sharptooth, please make a sorry, it's a Constitution, a Wisdom save. I'm sorry, Wisdom saving throw. Or this thing looks like your ex-wife. Or ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend or however you want to deal with it. But it looks like your stereotypical horrible thing. You are afraid of this. You are frightened of it. So the frightened condition does the following.
Alimony!
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you can see this. And you cannot willingly move closer to the mean log, which is what this thing is. You cannot willingly move closer to the creature. You can step around it. So you're sort of in a situation where you can't. So you're not really pinned unless you want to like jump over it, but you wouldn't be able to run back.
Oh, back towards Simon and them?
Oh, you wouldn't be able to like pass it and then come back. You basically can't willingly move closer to this creature.
Okay, I'm going to so run back towards the group.
Okay. It will take an attack of opportunity on you unless you want to disengage or anything like that.
What I'll do first is I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay. It'll be a disadvantage because it's right in front of you, and you're frightened of it, so it'll be disadvantage.
Yeah, is it shoot? No.
Right?
Oh, okay, control.
Yeah. Is it rolling?
It rolled. It says disadvantage. It's 6.
6. Okay, so it didn't pipe through for whatever reason. A 6 will miss.
Okay, and then I'm gonna disengage.
You're just like, alimony! And you kind of like shield your eyes and just fire, and it just goes. You hear a sploosh in the distance as it hits the water on the opposite end of the pool.
Yeah, fair. And then go back to the group.
So it will take an attack of opportunity on you.
Even with the disengage thing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you disengage? It's a bonus. It's an action to disengage, unless you have.
She is a goblin.
You're a goblin. That's right. You have that thing. Nimble escape. Cool. Okay, then you're fine. So you can continue running if you want.
Ah!
One of your exes wanted your base as part of the alimony.
I hope there's like a train. How many X's are there?
You tell us.
Right.
I can't.
With that, the creature is up. It's kind of stuck and it's looking around. Turns towards all of you. And suddenly disappears briefly and reappears. Reappears over here, still in the water.
Yeah,
Looks like this thing teleported.
That's uncomfortable.
And it's coming over to here. It reaches up at Rat King. However, Simon, it sort of, kind of, as you turn towards it, as you all spot it, it kind of like does a Dracula sort of at your torch. You don't know why it did that. Maybe it's afraid of you. Maybe it's afraid of your torch. But it is going to take at disadvantage an attack on Rat King. Does a natural 1 hit? It does not.
Oh.
It's gonna, and then it'll end its turn there. Brutrik, you are now up.
Brutrik would like to get in between Rat King and Creature. And
Okay.
then-
So we'll say that you're kind of squeezing between the two of them to kind of take up, saying, "Hey, come after me! I'm protecting Rat King." So,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And I'm just gonna go for a regular unarmed.
Monk punch.
Yep.
A 17 will hit. Doing 4 bludgeoning damage. It's didn't do that much, but it is looking rough.
Then my bonus action
Really rough.
would be another
More punches.
Flurry of blows or another just unarmed strike.
just an unarmed.
With this as you the 8 misses, you get the first one off and you come off with your other one, and it kind of like after you punched it once, it kind of dips down a little bit after like doing it, and it makes you go a little bit over it and only do like a sort of a glancing blow, not enough to do any sort of damage to it.
Okay.
Rat King. Sharptooth, you are also no longer frightened, I should say, at the start of the creature's turn. You just kind of had that little fear thing. You're like, wait a second. I've never been married.
Or have I?
Or have I? That I know of. Rat King, you are up.
Going to. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna short sword it. Wasn't through my spells I got, but it's gonna short sword
Take
it.
out your short sword with your free hand. An 18 will hit. For 9 piercing damage. How do you want to do this?
It's kind of below me, so I'm just gonna take my short sword, stab it in its head, mush it around the brain around a little bit, and then kick it in the water.
Oh, I forgot to do this thing. Give me a wisdom save first.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you know what? I missed it. You're right. I missed it. So you're not afraid of it. As it does that, it slips back down into the water.
Usually, now some monsters with those checks, once you succeed once, you're not actually afraid of it anymore.
Yeah,
Or is
this is not that because you're only afraid until its next turn. So, but I missed it, so I'm like I will not punish you for my mistake. I will just be mad at myself. But it's only like a DC 11, so you probably would have been fine.
Wait, so if you get scared of it and then it dies, do you get scared of it forever because it never has another turn?
Technically, you still have a turn. You just don't have any actions because you are unconscious or dead. Fun fact: there is no actual rules for being dead. It just says you're dead. With that, we are out of initiative.
What?
Yeah, I knew we should have swung across.
I never would have seen that coming. That was why. That was scary.
You're telling me it almost killed me?
Let's keep going before we find out if there's more of them.
Oh, good idea.
And so hugging the wall the entire trip.
Hey, where's everyone behind me?
Sharptooth is leading the way.
Can you go in front? I'm a little beat up in the guts. Thank you.
I got stabbed pretty good there.
Guts this close to hanging out.
Getting to the other side, you come to a four-way intersection. The stairs go back down to the original part of the water, back down into the more murky water. You stand in the middle of an intersection. First off, can I have everybody's passive perception, please?
11.
11. Okay.
Passive perception is a little different. You'll see it
Yeah.
marked below the saving throws.
Yeah, yours will be 12. So, yeah, it's basically your modifier, your perception modifier plus 10. So,
Okay, yeah.
so that's 12.
It's usually for being able to see things without requiring a roll.
Yeah, and I usually have it on your character things, but I forgot. I haven't been doing it this campaign, so I didn't set it up. But Rat King and Brutrik, what are yours?
11.
11.
Everybody's 11. Sharptooth is the most perceptive out of all of you.
Gotta find them
So.
coins.
Paranoid.
Find them coins.
I'm going paranoid.
So you notice a couple things to do it. Hang on down. The rushing water is coming from the south. To the east, however, you see Sharptooth. You see something submerged in the water in the middle of the eastern passageway. These look like little sharp rocks.
Hey, there's something down there. It's a bunch of little things. Want to go check it out? I'm curious. I swear it's not money this time.
It's like a coin-like substance but it's not money.
In the distance, heading to the east, you hear, did you hear that? Quick, hurry up, get it open.
It's tiny little pictures of monkeys.
Now that we see it, are we able to avoid it?
You are able to very easily jump over it.
Oh, it
So,
wasn't.
couple things are going to happen right now. Rat King, it's a little dark, but you do see that there is a little bit of light coming from some torch in the front as you see a kobold in sort of a street urchin outfit, and two kids also in a young boy and a young girl in also similar raggedy clothes. The girl is up on a ladder trying to lift up the manhole cover, which he's having trouble. And the young boy's like, get it open, quick! And Molo's like, cheese it! They found us! And starts taking off south. The boy, heads that way as well. Hey, don't leave me here! And she starts sliding down.
I do say, hands in the air!
Make an intimidation or persuasion check.
That's persuasion.
Same. I'm probably shorter than they are.
The two start heading south. The other one just gets down before they can really do anything. What's everybody doing? Actually, you know what? If you want to make things easier, we can move into initiative and not be in combat, but just to see what everybody does. We'll just go in order. We'll do this step by step. So, Rat King, you tried to intimidate them into stopping. Did you want to move at all?
How well, can I see that this is a kid now?
They're kids, so they look to be either preteen to teen, and you're not sure how old the kobold is.
Okay. But I can tell they're not adults now.
Definitely not adults, yeah.
So I kind of lower my crossbow. And I go, didn't mean to scare you. Just had some run-ins with some dangerous people.
Starts heading south.
I go, okay.
We'll say you step up a little bit. Simon, what do you do?
I'm following Not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
You are illuminating the way, and you do see them. You do see and hear all of this. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I say to Rat King, I says, I think our trespasser was a couple of urchins, a trio of urchins. Come on, let's follow them.
Leave.
We're just gonna follow him.
Okay, so everybody can easily avoid the caltrop-looking things. You're not. They don't look to be actual caltrops, but like other just like sharp rocks and stuff that are acting like
It's Legos.
Yeah, they throw a bunch of Legos and D4s on the ground.
Oh,
It's like 3D. It's like 7d8s damage.
Now, just remember that if you you know some of the things that Simon knows the spells of, so if you want him to do anything, you'll probably have to tell him to do it.
Do you have stop kids?
I've got nap time.
Like,
as long as they don't,
might be.
as long as they aren't face down when you cast it.
Thinking the same thing. I'm glad I'm not the only one with dark thoughts.
It might be useful, but we don't want to scare them. So let's charge after them with our weapons drawn.
2 minutes to get them out of the water. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
So
whatever
you all
our
decide to
compound
just-
fire is.
After them kids.
Okay.
Yeah, let's chase after them.
Let's see, as you head south, looks like they've come across a dead end. And as soon as you get sort of within like 30 feet or so, sort of within striking range, a piece of like rock like bounces off the wall next to you, Rat King, and then hits the water. Doesn't hit anybody, doesn't hurt anybody, but you look up and you see that the kobold has a sling, and he's like, "Stay back, we're out! Come any closer!"
I stow my weapon, and I put my hands up, and I say, "Oh, you got me."
What do I don't know. They kind of like speak to themselves a little bit and like that. Good. Drop all the money you have in your pockets and leave.
No.
Please.
I don't know, Sharptooth. That was actually really nice of him to say please.
I reach my pockets, and I take out a silver. There you go. And I toss it in the water
Like
towards them.
maybe like 15 feet out, or you want to try and reach them all the way?
Try to throw it as far to them as I can.
Okay.
Yeet.
So you'll yeet about 20 feet. It'll land right about there.
Say,
Is that all? Is that all you got?
I say, that's I was gonna say, how would you guys like a job at a tavern? But no. You go, if you're after money, then this should help you out.
Have it. Go get it. Go ahead. What? Go get it. All right. The boy sort of goes out and kind of like picks it up, and he like not taking his eye off you, so he puts his hand in the sewage trying to find the coin. Eventually finds it after a couple of seconds, and like takes a bite of it to make sure it's real. And oh, it's real. Oh, I should not have done that. That's disgusting. Oh,
I ask him, I say, what's your name, son?
Make a persuasion check. Tap in. And the kobold's like, don't tell him your name. No, tell him it's something else. His name is Tippy. His name's not Tippy. I would never have the name Tippy. Yeah, his name's Tippy.
Ah, shoot, that's my name.
Oh. Well, that's kind of cool.
I didn't say that. I meant the kobold said that. What was his name? Tappin, he said?
Tepin. Tepin.
Tepin. Go. Is that... Say hi, Tepin. Was that you in our tavern earlier?
Technically, no. Kind of like turns around at the girl who's trying to like get the grate open, but it's not a gate. It's like the other one where it's bolted to the rock around it. It was her. He's like, don't rat me. Yes, it was me. Sorry. I didn't take anything. Just, you don't have a lot there, to be fair.
I say, you probably lived there a lot when there was no one living there, huh?
Well, no, we kind of don't stay in the same place often. We heard some people moved in, and we're just kind of, but you didn't have anything. We didn't take anything, so it doesn't matter.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Just so I'm remembering right, was it so right before they ended up getting spotted? Was it that didn't they open the safe?
The safe was seen open, and the bottles of whiskey were missing.
Right. Though only Mousey knows that, and he's not here.
Okay.
Rat King, they said they didn't take anything. You think they're just some kids going through some hard times?
Why would they run so fast outside of our place if they didn't take nothing?
I ask, I say to them, some bottles of whiskey were missing from the safe, but I'm pretty sure the ghost, opens and closes it all the time, so I'm not sure.
You're saying that amongst the group?
Yeah. And plus I guess I could pick locks. And I go, you weren't in the basement at all?
No.
Insight.
Go for it.
Seems fine to me.
Well, let's see.
Sharptooth also wants to insight.
Okay, everybody wants to do it. Insight, please. Insight.
Yeah, I mostly said it to remind people that that's an option.
Heck, Sharptooth.
Oh, I know criminals.
Yeah, Sharptooth, you totally know criminals. You totally don't believe that kid. I mean, you kind of believe her, but you're like, nah, you trust your instincts a little more.
I think it was them, and they took stuff. And are they hostile to us?
It looks like the kobold is just holding like a rock in a sling, and is just sort of being more protective because they kind of they're two kids and a kobold of undetermined age, and you're four adventurers, one of which is the Rat King, although one of which is Simon, so it cancels out.
I mean, he could be 40. Could be 40 probably.
Yeah, Simon is kind of hiding behind Brutrik.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I say, so I'm actually friends with a ghost. Lives in that a tavern, and he was really upset breaking glasses. Oh, were the glasses broken up on the countertop?
No.
They're downstairs.
Yeah, it looked like it was like old bottles and just it wasn't like any of the nice stuff that was out. It was just whatever was around in the basement, which just happened to be some old
Yeah,
junk and just a couple of like
So say like
glassware.
he seemed pretty angry. He was breaking stuff, and
You live with
inside
a
his old
ghost?
safe. Inside his old safe, some bottles of his very important whiskey were missing, and he wasn't too happy about that.
Make a persuasion check or intimidation, because you're kind of doing either way. You're doing that like, well, it'd be really bad if we told our ghost about you.
And he could haunt you.
Yeah.
They kind of all look at one another.
Well, I don't want to live in a house.
The girl steps forward, putting the other one behind her, and she says, "Now, we're old enough to know that ghosts can't do anything beyond where they died. So, you're not going to scare us, right, guys?"
I'm not-
And they're looking, and she looks back at the kobold and Tepin, and they're kind of like, the ghost is going to get. Mestel, I
I
think
say
the
to
jig is
her-
up.
Of course, we know ghosts can't do that, but I have to live with the guy, and if you take something that belongs to a ghost, he's not going to be easy to get along with, and he seems like he used to be a really nice guy when he was alive. A lot of people liked him.
The kobold's like, Metzel, I don't want to be haunted again. At all. It's like, Bolo, don't. Bolo, I got this. Turns back. We didn't take anything. We're sorry. We entered your house. We didn't break in. The door was open. Window was open. The window was ajar, and I opened it enough to... Either way, I didn't break anything to get in.
So you didn't take the whiskey.
Cast friends?
What's that?
Sharptooth cast friends onto the girl.
All right, you put a little bit of makeup on yourself because that's actually required in the. I mean, it's the material components required, but you put a little makeup on, and you're like, now Metzel.
That's just nitpicking into break and enter. I know a lot about break and enter, and it's not actually breaking something, but you gotta know it hurts our feelings just coming into our place. And we just want it so we're living in a nice place, no angry ghosts. We know you're great kids. We know you're just trying to get by. It's a tough world out there. And whatever was taken, I just think maybe you might be leaving something out. Maybe
make a persuasion check with advantage because of friends.
Yeah.
Okay. She kind of turns around and just guys, back me up. And they kind of just shake. I was like, I want to be haunted. I don't want to be haunted either.
That's good cop, bad cop, but sure.
Metzel kind of turns around and takes out a bag and this is all we took. Just the bottles. You really didn't have anything else of value.
That's true.
She holds out the bag, and Tappan steps up and this too, and he puts the silver coin into the bag. Steps back. He steps up, and she puts the bag down between, sort of in a dry spot, right about there. Sort of steps back.
Say, you keep the silver coin. as payment for the bottle. Like we're buying it back.
Hey, Pepin steps up and is like, "Are you sure? Ghost isn't gonna like. I guess it's not the ghost coin."
No.
Okay, and we promise not to enter, breaking or otherwise, into your manor anymore. Sorry. And he takes the coin before you say this before she puts the bag down, so he takes the coin back and just sort of like pockets it.
Right. I kind of turn to the others and I say, "It's like when I was younger, I was kind of in this situation before. You just leave them on the streets."
Yeah, it's all right. We can bring them in. They ever need a place to rest for the night. And heck, maybe they can even help us with the tavern once it gets running.
I don't know. Mousey's got like 3 rooms claimed in our tavern, so like maybe he can give up one of his.
Molo the kobold steps up a little bit and he's like, we're not orphans. You know, we have places that we live. They're not nice, but we have families and everything.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, that
sorry.
case, forget you then. Go back to your mom and dad.
I mean, we were trying.
No. I go, it's like, oh, well.
They're wearing urchins' clothes, but they're not. I mean, they're wearing horror clothes.
I say, stealing's wrong. Don't do it. I pick up the bottles and I start walking away.
And then Sharptooth's gonna say, "Or don't get caught," and then wink, and then keep talking.
And you really shouldn't play down here. They're very dangerous down here.
Oh, did you not take? Oh, yeah, that bean lock, that thing there. Yeah, just carry a torch. He won't bother you.
Oh.
Oh,
He ain't gonna bother anyone now.
Well, then why was there a...
Why isn't he gonna bother you anymore? Why isn't he gonna bother us anymore?
Killed him. Okay, I didn't kill him. Brutrik, one of them killed him.
Rat King
You
did.
took him down? That thing's been here for like years.
well, it was attacking Sharptooth and then Rat King.
There was like a skeleton under the water. I'm pretty sure he had something to do with. I am assuming, but I'm pretty sure.
There's a skeleton down there. Oh, that's. Huh. I wonder if the old custodian.
What?
What?
The guy who used to clean this place kind of went missing like a year back.
We potentially found him. Is there anyone we should tell in particular?
No, I'm not telling anybody. Do whatever you want.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't know the guy. Just, he used to be down here. We'd have to avoid him. And then one day he stopped, being around here. I was like, well, that was easy. Ah.
Oh.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, we never really stick around long enough just to look down there. We really just make a run across there and then...
You really shouldn't be down here at all.
I mean, we didn't want to be. We got cornered.
Your parents know you do this? There's no way they don't notice the smell. I'm sorry to say.
It blends with the surroundings of where we live, to be fair.
That sounds really sad. Is everything okay at home?
I mean, yeah, we just don't live in a big old rundown mansion like you. We live in a really small rundown shack. And Metzel gets up and smacks Molo in the back of the head like Three Stooges style. I was like, stop telling him everything. Look, we're fine. Everything's fine. We'll leave as soon as you let us. And we won't bother you anymore.
My king's already halfway up the ladder. He doesn't care.
You're going up this ladder over here?
I'm I'm kind of waiting by the ladder.
Yeah.
I'm like saying like, you're free to go.
Like, oh, I can't beat up kids and a potential kid kobold. That's just, I mean, the kobold is just, that'd just be mean.
As they leave, I go, remember, don't do drugs.
Oh, why would we do that? No, of course not. Like, we're just trying to stop it, Molo. Let's just go. And they make their way back towards the way that they came. Back sort of the way that towards the entryway that you went in, because they couldn't get this passageway, this ladder open.
I'm just curious what the heck's up here.
So looking up, it is another sort of grated passageway.
Sharptooth, there was some coins in the giant draining basin.
That's good.
You wanted to check the skeleton's pocket.
Oh yeah. But I don't. If someone had a rope, then like I'd probably make what?
Brutrik has a rope.
Brutrik, that rope. You can toss me into that big thing. I can go through that skeleton's pockets.
Should you really desecrate a dead body, Sharptooth?
Why shouldn't I? No one else is doing anything with it. If that's okay, you guys can just go up the ladder, and then I can just do this. It probably won't take very long at all.
Well, maybe you can find something on the custodian, so then we can see if it really is him or not. To let, maybe his family or loved ones know that where he is.
That's a very second motivation.
Well, how exactly would you recognize anything?
I don't know. I guess it'd have to be waterproof. If you had a coin, I don't lock it. Coins, another coin.
Let's just mention it to someone in the watch.
Okay, I'm good with that. And then I'll lean over to Brutrik. Custodians don't have much coin on them anyways. Like, it's a good job, it's okay, but not a lot of coins.
Okay.
I'm good to... And Sharptooth's good to leave.
Okay.
Brutrik is also good to leave.
Going up the ladder, the kids were not having trouble with this because it was too heavy for them. This is really hard to get open. You do not think you can... you push on it, Brutrik, a couple times. You cannot get this one open. Maybe something's on top of it, but it looks like you'll have to backtrack.
It's really weird, but it's too heavy for me. Well,
You picked up a horse.
yeah.
There might be 2 horses up on there.
Carriage. Maybe that's the problem. Anyways, well, guess back the way we came.
You head on back.
Sharptooth's gonna quickly just look up here. See what's
Okay.
north.
Just imagine you're scurrying around.
You're just kind of like scurrying around, just like looking.
So it turns left, and at that point, as you're looking around, you do see, as turning the corner, another giant rat right in front of you.
Oh, geez. Yes.
Please roll initiative.
That's okay. These things die in 2 hits.
I got a 1.
4, 6, 15, and 5. 4, 6, 15, and 5. Okay, good.
So like as it like approaches, there's going to be like this shrill scream that bass rate. Out of all the fun that it made fun of for a Simon afraid of it.
Yeah. Rat King, you're up first as you hear this shrill scream just before the rat is able to attack.
Wasn't me this time.
just make it.
You unfortunately are having a lot of trouble seeing at this point, so your attacks will be at disadvantage. But you are able to make out a giant rat and Simon, and Sharptooth.
Advantage.
A
10.
10 does not hit, unfortunately. It's just too dark and you can't quite find where it is. It goes wide. Anything else?
Can't do anything else.
Okay. Giant rat is going to bite. Attempt to bite Sharptooth. 21 hits.
Yeah, it does.
You take 5 piercing damage, and I need another con save.
I have like 5 health right now.
16. And once again, you are saved from catching the horrible disease that this diseased rat has.
Oh, what a day!
Oh my guts.
Oh my guts! Oh my god!
Ah, all over the
Simon,
place.
you heard the shrill scream, and as you said, it wasn't me.
Fun.
I'm encompassing my knight in shining armor.
There you go.
Yeah. I just didn't notice it was my turn. I'm gonna take that as difficult terrain, but
Yeah, you can pass by it safely by treating it as difficult terrain, so or jumping over it.
10, 15, 20. I can just get that far.
Okay. You could barely see the rat because it's kind of like doing tango with Sharptooth at the moment, but it would have 3/4 cover if you want to do something.
Yeah, fine. I'll use my last spell. Magic missile.
All right, please roll 3 dice.
Should I bother rolling? three.
Yes, it could. 3 and 2. You are able to kill it. Yeah, if you roll 3 2s, it has 7 HP, so you are able to potentially miss it.
Oh, okay.
And it dies.
Oh, thank gosh! Oh, jeez.
We are out of initiative.
Are you okay?
Like, not really, if I'm going to be honest. Why was I the only one that got their butt kicked this whole day?
But maybe we should travel the path we already know.
You're the smart one, Simon.
I say, but the Grate's right there.
Brutrik will walk in front. Don't worry, Sharptooth. I'll go in front now.
It's right there. God.
Oh,
The jumping back into here, you do see that the ice has sort of melted, but the Meanlock's body is still down there, as is the skeleton's.
I am just not feeling it to hop in. I know we fantasized about tying me to a rope and getting that dead man's pockets all cleaned out, but I'm just not feeling it now.
You go, Sharptooth, are you growing as a person?
No, I'm just becoming less of a person because I'm so damaged.
So we can very easily continue on if you wish to just go back to the way that we get back to the whoops. I assume nobody wants to go back to the waterfall. Go back to the little this over here. How would you like to cross?
I'm willing to.
Here's a question mark.
Like,
Yes.
While everyone's taking the long way, can I go over to the grate and see if I can open it?
You can. You probably have to light a torch to be able to see, but I assume you have torches and...
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do that. We'll jump back up here. No other
basically
rats
wanna-
come out and do it. So
I
you do
basically
see on
wanna
this
get up-
side. Go ahead.
I basically want to get to the top and change into Mousey before they
Okay.
get there.
As you do, this is locked on this side. You do actually see the keyhole on this one, the locking mechanism. It is locked.
I want to see if I can use these tools just once.
Yeah, go for it.
See if I can do my
Make
little
a
trick.
Dexterity Thieves Tools check.
It's not very good.
10. Your first try, you were unable to do it. You can continue back before everybody gets sort of across the wooden area. So you probably have enough time to try one more time before everybody's like, hey, where's Rat King? So you give one more shot.
Time. Out of 10,
Yeah,
can't do it. I run back.
Yep. Yeah.
I just can't see good enough with one hand. With using one hand and holding the torch.
Yeah. You run back. How would you like to cross the pit? Same way as before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hoist it up.
Okay, so Dragon Hoist. Brutrik, make another Constitution save as you are wading through this sewage. And you are once again fine. Madeline!
You kill Sharpie. Ah, dang it.
And you are all able to make it back to the thing here. And if you wish to go back to up the grate, we can do that. So if everybody's good.
I'm good.
Yep.
Also good.
You get back into Troll Skull Alley, and just in time, you see the kids sort of walking out of the alleyway and just sort of arguing each other, and it's like, I can't believe that the ghost is gonna. Oh man, I thought it was gonna get us. Oh, that was wild. And they sort of walk off just on the main street, away from the tavern to the right.
Mm.
And the day is yours.
Unbeknownst to us, they wander off to the castle district where their butler helps clean them off.
They're all method
Another good-
actors, and they're trying to learn how to steal.
Another good con today, sir. It's like, yes, Alfred, they were quite idiotic.
Got 5 whole gold from them, enough to buy tons of whiskey and bottles. Foolish,
It's like,
plebs.
one of them gave us a silver, but I'm afraid I lost it because I don't care. I have so many silvers.
Mwah, mwah.
Good.
Alright, one of these days I'm gonna roleplay, like, Alfred as a
I keep waiting for it.
Yeah, that'd be
annoy
great.
everyone. If we ever run Strahd, I bet there's a bunch of opportunities.
No.
for-
No, make him Strahd.
For like uptight, yeah.
Hey, Alfred.
No, it'll just be Strahd. He'll just be Alfred. Alright, let's make our way
how'd you-
back.
Yes. Would you like to try and get there first, Rat King?
I say I'm gonna bolt up this grate so no thieves can use it as an escape again.
At
So
the
you
very
go on
least,
ahead.
we'll keep the kids.
You go, yeah, you go. It's a danger to children everywhere, and I'm gonna keep it safe. We'll put up signs. I'm gonna put tape all around it, like warning tape. So you guys go ahead.
Okay.
Make your way back.
As soon as they
At this-
leave, I'll change back into Mousey and.
As soon as you finish, like, doing Mousey, you hear that as the bent nail opens up, there's sort of storm shutter type thing, and Tally steps out and is like, "Oh, good day, Mr. Mousey."
I was just checking the grate. It's great. The grate's great.
I know. I'm near it most of all. I check it out every day. Nice to know that we have similar hobbies, though. I don't remember the voice I did for Tally, so it's just going with this for now.
You go, does the smell ever bother you?
Honestly, I used to judge the best in smell competition down in the Undercliff for the past couple of years. Kind of used to the bad smells.
Yeah. Did we ask him about like furniture and stuff, or?
Let me check that in a sec. Sorry, I just got a message. Let me answer that in a sec. So just role play him. We'll jump to the other group. Role play for a minute.
Make your own game.
Simon's going to help clean off Brutrik since he had to wade through that sinkhole.
And he's covered in fur.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's a spell I can cast endlessly to help with that.
Oh, don't you worry about me. I'm doing fine though.
Are you sure? I'm sure I could clean you up.
Nah, I'm fine. It's just it'll dry up on its own. It'll flake off.
Are you sure?
Always
It's no
does.
trouble. In fact, I could even maybe perhaps clean that room of yours.
What do you? I have everything kind of organized exactly how I like it. If you move anything, I won't be able to find anything ever again.
But
Doubt
Mousey, you quickly try and run in as Mousey. In one of the back doors.
And I go through the front door and I go, "Okay, guys, I'm ready to chase the bad guy. Which way did he go head?"
that was like 2 hours ago.
I had to make my bed and organize my things, and I realized I was behind on writing today's headline, so I wrote that upstairs. And next time, I guess I'll have to be more punctual. Oh, that darn Mousey!
Well, no worries. Turned out it was just some ragamuffins, just some children. They apparently ended up stealing some bottles from the safe downstairs.
Which Rat King was still holding, and now Mousey is. Oh, I was wondering what these were. The Rat King dropped them off a couple minutes ago. Well, that should make Leaf happy. I'm gonna go down there right now, and I run to the trapdoor.
You run to the trapdoor. Anybody else can follow if they wish, but you get down there. The nothing's moving around. Nothing's still. No more crashing of whatever. In fact, the stuff that's down there was looks like it's been swept into like a corner, or just into a pile, so people don't step on the things. What do you do?
Now, at this point, do I know how to open the safe, or do I still have to lockpick it?
The safe is currently open.
It's
Brutrik
open.
put you down because he's really curious about the ghost.
I go, "Here, Brutrik, check this out." And I take out the bottles of whiskey. And I place them back in the safe. I go, found it. Found your whiskey, Leaf. A bunch of kids took it. They probably didn't know it was important to you. They weren't bad kids. They were just, on hard times.
As you finish putting the bottles in, sort of back up, and just sort of talking to nothingness, knowing that he's talking to the essence of Leaf, as you assume he is in the room. The door actually shuts on its own, and
imagine I might do this every time I'm down here, just to make conversation with them.
Yeah, the safe because I imagine it's got like a big, like twisty combination lock on it. Just spins clockwise until it stops on 0. Brutrik, I think this is the first time you've actually seen something like straight up happen that you know is not just a weird thing happening. Mousey, this is probably the first time you've seen it as well, but you've sort of accepted the fact that Leaf's here.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I always just thought Sharptooth was seeing things.
I thought the same thing too, and then I started writing on my window. And bottles flying around. And
Yeah.
barrels moving. Yeah.
But now that safe just opened up, and you turn back to the safe, and lo and behold, in front of it is a translucent figure
Yeah.
of a rather handsome, although sort of maybe an elf in his sort of slightly older than middle-aged.
Early 500s.
Early, yeah, like early 70s. Still good looking. Kind of appears. He looks over at the two of you and he sort of bows as he is. You've kind of picked that he cannot or does not speak. Whatever.
I go, but that's new.
Bows back.
Gives you guys a thumbs up as well.
Oh.
Brutrik also thumbs up.
Zang.
That he points to the ceiling of the basement, obviously. And he starts rising to go through it, appearing just above.
Am I
Go upstairs.
counter? Yeah.
Now, Sharptooth, could you please at least wipe off your boots?
I don't even think I wear boots. It's just kind of all mucked up and compressed.
My feet.
I think that's just my feet.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Simon.
No, he's just bothering over that and pauses mid-sentence as he sees the ghost.
Sharp
Like the
sits
unseen
down.
servant has to clean this room 5 times a day because of you.
Sharpie sits down. He's like, I'd sell my soul for an orange soda.
Yeah.
As Leaf appears from the floor, coming on up, translucent, just sort of rise. He sort of looks straight at Sharptooth. Where Simon sort of does a quick little like nod bow to each of you, picks up a glass and a rag and starts to clean. It's like a classic bartender.
Everyone, meet Leaf, apparently.
Sharptooth's been like all of
Transparently.
Charmed.
falls off.
He waves.
I guess he wants to help.
He kind of like nods over at Mousey and kind of gives a thumbs up. It's back to cleaning.
Oh, okay. As long as you don't touch my stuff in my room, I'm pretty okay with this, I guess. This isn't haunting. Is this technically a haunting?
He kind of like looks
technically-
to himself a little bit, like in the sort of like inquisitive sort of hand on chin thing, and he's like, then he looks back at you and he shrugs, and then he gives you a thumbs up, indicating that he's not going to touch your stuff. Whether or not it's a haunting, he doesn't know.
He did look of disgust at the idea of touching Sharptooth's stuff. Oh, boy, this is pretty neat. I mean, when I used to train, we used to always talk about the spiritual side of things, but I've never actually seen a spirit. Oh wow.
He flies through you.
Oh wow.
Oh God, golly.
Comes up back and just kind of like, you can tell he's like laughing as he just did that as a little practical joke. He next to the thing in there's not quite dust, but there is sort of some stuff. He pours out some water onto the countertop, and you can enough to make out that he can write onto it, and he writes whiskey recipe. The words
in the
whiskey
water.
recipe.
He's writing this in water.
Just sort of like enough little water on there, and it's enough that it's leaving like a water trail. So instead of like leaving condensation, it's enough that you can make out what he's writing.
Is it a question? Is he put a question mark?
It's got a period. Puts a period on it.
I go. Well, we're working on it. Do you? Do you think can you write it down for us so we can make it and then people can have your whiskey again?
Right. Parchment ink.
Simon will put some over, hands him over.
Finally, it's Simon's time to shine.
Takes those. He gives a thumbs up, and kind of points to some sort of timekeeping device. I imagine it doesn't have a watch, or it's probably got a clock or something in here. And he points to it, indicating, "Give me a little bit of time, and I'll come back with it." Is sort of the vibe you get. He opens up the because he can't have the parchment pass through the thing. He opens up the thing and heads back down to the basement to start writing whiskey recipe.
Huh.
With that, to answer your question from earlier, Brutrik, you did work with the bent nail as one of your ability checks to attempt to reduce the costs, and you did take 10 gold pieces as you are working with them every couple of days to sort of move, just do a little bit of like odd brute work. So you have done that. So to finish things up, we'll say that another sort of some more time goes by. You're all able to do another round of trying to reduce costs. You're currently at 1045. 1,045 gold pieces remaining, with 250 of those gold pieces going to guild costs, so you won't be able to reduce it any further than that. So if anybody has anything they'd like to do to try and reduce more costs, we can go ahead and do our little rolling.
Brutrik's gonna ask for alms in the streets.
So you're going to ask for donations, and you're going to put them into the renovations.
Yes. So it's just sitting at the street in like a prayer position with a thing in front.
Seems wrong.
No, that's how all the temples are actually done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say that what you'll probably end up doing is including a little bit of a shrine, and you sort of tell yourself that this is okay because that's how it's done, asking for alms, but you're also saying maybe you'll include a little bit of a shrine somewhere that people can do to your deity or to your denomination, whatever the word is, or you will be sending part of your profits back to your monk cloister to help keep that fund. So it's eventually going to go back to that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a. It's going to be weird because it's not really you doing much. We're going to say go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
A 9. Unfortunately, your alms box does not collect anything beyond how much it costs to create the box. You do not make any extra money off of that. Whatever money you do get is a pittance, and you end up just sending it directly back to your cloister.
Perfect.
But good try.
Here's some.
I like the idea.
Mouse wants to try. Mousey wants to make an ad in his broadsheet.
Ooh.
That's like a special offer. If you donate to the restoration of the tavern, then you become a founding member and will receive special
Discount
status if you ever like a discount and like your name on a plaque in the thing, like if you once the tavern opens.
Okay. What tools do you have? Are you proficient with? Do we have anything there like for writing utensils or things like that?
It's more of a flavor thing, so I don't know if I have anything.
Right. I just want to see if you have any, and if anything would be relevant. Because I don't think there's writing tools a thing. But what are your proficiency for tools, if any?
I think just these tools.
Thieves tools. Okay. So go ahead and make
But that is his profession, so I imagine I'm not.
Right. So go ahead and make a charisma check with your proficiency bonus. So we'll just add that in there. So your proficiency bonus is probably 2 at this point. So go ahead and make a charisma check and add 2. Or roll with something that you have charisma proficiency in.
Yeah, now that you mention it, there's not even like an art tools. So you can't even be a painter with the rules.
No, they're painters tools.
It's artisan tools. Artisan tools, right?
Artisan is like a craft tool, not an artist. But there are painter supplies, if I recall.
Nope. I checked the I checked for tools, and there is no artisan or artistry or even calligraphy.
Cartographers, cobblers, glassblowers, navigators, potters, smiths, thieves, weavers, tools. And as a kit, there's herbalism kit, portrait kit, navigator, poisoner's kit, thieves' tools. No, there it is. Painter's supplies.
Ah, okay.
So it's one of the few because there is calligrapher's supplies and painter's supplies. So it's
okay, my mistake.
Because I guess they're technically not tools. Same as cook's utensils. But yes, because I know there's some subclasses. There's like some monk subclasses where you learn that, or like fighter subclasses where you learn you get proficiency with those with like calligrapher's tools. In any case, with your 13, you are able to reduce the cost.
What's it, 15?
Oh, you're right. At 15, even better. You are able to make a successful ad agency, and you have people send in over the next couple of days sort of membership fees, and you are able to reduce the cost by 25 gold pieces.
It's not bad. I mean, 5 gold for someone, like, probably a lot.
Yeah.
So, okay.
You write that down so you don't miss it.
It's a special a founding membership for people who donate.
Membership ad
early
campaign.
I can have their name underneath the troll.
Yeah. It's like you have permission to say that you slew the troll.
But yes, I was successful. Simon and Sharptooth, you guys are next.
Sharptooth, kind of seeing that Brutrik went to do alms, he's gonna go out and try and do like a busker thing. Has he done a busker thing yet?
You did try to haggle with the bent nail, but other than that, no. And is busker sort of a con? I'm actually not familiar with the word.
Oh, busker! It's like the people that play music kind of on the corner of the street, and people can just toss in coins.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna go do a thing. Okay, great. Go ahead and make because you are a musician, I'm gonna give you advantage on this. So go ahead and make a performance check with advantage.
I think performers have that's actually in their background. There's some rules about what they get, but I think it's only like a few silver.
Might be that, yeah. I know entertainers are able to find a place to play. With the 21, not natural 20, but you are able to collect a lot of money. You came up with the Ballad of Trollskull Manor, and it was on the top 10 charts for 4 hours. And you sold several gramophone type records. And it's honestly some of the best work you've done in ages. You were just inspired by the Trollskull Manor. And you managed to actually cut off 60 gold pieces worth of... Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got it.
I'm in the wrong business.
I still got it. Number 1, baby.
It's never went away.
4 whole hours.
4 whole hours.
Who's the number 1 in this top 10? There's still one in it.
That's really good.
Yes.
Wasn't
so
number
you
one.
don't get 50 gold pieces. You have cut off 50 gold pieces off the thing. Just to point that.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it in mine.
Okay. So cool. And Simon.
Simon has limited abilities, but one thing that he excels at is basically writing, penmanship, and stuff like that. So he's going to see if there is a library or a cartography or not, calligraphy somewhere to basically that might need scribes for duplicating paper or writing things down and stuff like
Okay.
that. Because with his particular class, like I said previously, it takes like an hour or something per spell level to write a scroll. He can do it in minutes instead of hours.
Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and you've got connections with whoever.
Yeah,
runs
the cloistered
the-
scholar allows me access to libraries.
Right, and you are able to basically fast track that additionally with the the Bookworm's Treasure shop just on Troll Skull Alley. So I'm going to go ahead and give you advantage on this roll, but go ahead and make an. So you're sort of looking for this. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage. Because you can definitely do the work. It's trying to find the work is what you're trying to do.
21.
21. And with that, you are able to basically, just as well as Sharptooth was, you were able to basically busker with your writing. And you managed to find a local library that's sort of maybe rebuilding from a partial fire or something like that. Damaged a lot of books, and you were able to come back with use of your mending skill or your mending spell and your ability to scribe things and finding other duplicates. You were able to really fast track how quickly they are able to get back in business, and you managed to cut off an additional 50 gold pieces.
Yay.
Cost.
It's our reduction total now.
So, to cut that down, you are now at 920 gold pieces remaining, 250 of which are guild costs and unable to reduce from renovation, from just work, unless you bribe you bribe some guild representatives.
Well, we did see if we could ask that when we were searching for those people. We checked to see if that one person was able to bribe some of those. I forget what the response was.
Yeah, I forget too. I'll have to go back and listen to our things. And with that, I'm going to say you all get the benefits of several long rests, and I'm going to say that because you have, you are well on your way to opening the tavern, and you have gotten Leaf. Go ahead and level up to 3.
Yay!
It's sooner than I thought.
Yeah, just I think because you got Leaf going, I probably would have gone one more a bit, but we're not moving on to the next chapter yet. Usually, it feels like you want to start the next chapter at 3, but I don't like keeping you guys at 2 for so long because 3 is really where everything starts to shine. So we'll have a lot of things in 3. It also opens up a couple other side quests you could do, and once you open up, we'll probably either have some downtime or we will move on to chapter 3 proper. But good job. You now have a ghost bartender. And you are all level 3. If you have any questions, Simon, Bun and I are relative experts at leveling up. But if you want to do it now, we can do it now. Or if you want to just do it when you have some free time, feel free. But that is where we will end for the day.